Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video where today we're here once again with some Bathurst 1000 practice. Yes, the race is this weekend. We're going to be going live on this channel, so make sure you hit that sub button. 8 AM Saturday UK time if you're interested. So today we're trying to get our last little bit of practice in, ready for the big one. Obviously the race at the weekend is 161 laps. This one's 22, so it's not quite the full experience, but hopefully, yeah, it's going to allow us to just get into a bit of a rhythm, build up some confidence in the car and the setup as well. It's a one-split affair, so we've got some very, very quick guys and some guys that are a whole lot slower as well. Lap 1, I'm going to need to concentrate, but let's head down to the grid.
22 laps. The track temp is 39. The air temp is 90 Celsius. Stay calm. Focus. Go. There's an incident here.
Oh, come on.
Looks like it's Wilson.
How is there already an incident? We haven't even got started yet. Green light had barely gone out, and crew chief was already talking to me about an incident. Let's try and just survive lap 1. That's the biggest issue first of all. Hopefully, people are going to try and take it fairly easy. That's all I can really pray for, but it only takes one person to cause a roadblock here, and already you can see at the front, they are definitely getting their elbows out as well. But yeah, 22 laps ahead of us today. This race probably going to be, yeah, close to 50 minutes if we survive. And I think, yeah, today is a big if, as apparently already nudging the wall there. Didn't get a 0x for it, so yeah, it is all fine margins around this circuit. But it is so much fun in practice as well. Of course, got to try and get the tyres up to temperature and everything like that. So everybody, you'd hope, would be a little bit more sensible on lap 1. All the cars are full of fuel as well there, so yeah, just got to be really, really nice and tidy with it. Clean and tidy on this opener. So you just chuck it over Skyline. I mean, yeah, this is a big challenge for us. Now, if you don't know, the 1000 this weekend, we're going to be going live with that here on the channel. So that's 161 laps. So it's about 7.5 times the length of this race. So if we can't survive this, I've not got much hope we're going to survive that. But yeah, 8 AM Saturday morning UK time, we're going to go live here on this YouTube channel. So make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. And we're also going to be streaming it over on my Twitch, which there should be a link down in the description below. Obviously, if Twitch is your preferred platform for live streaming content, but yeah, that's the plan. It's probably going to take us just shy of 6 hours again if we survive that race. But I'm planning on just trying to take it sensibly, a bit like this one. You know, you're not really racing the other cars. You're basically just racing to survive. As talking of which, a couple of guys in front starting to get the elbows out. A couple of Mustangs. Oh, it's a sim pit car there. Does not get the run off turn 1. He is one of the lowest I-rated people here, though, so it looks like he's fairly confident in this car. We'll see if we can try and get a run round him up the hill. I'm just running the standard Bathurst setup on this car. As yeah, we're not quite able to do anything there. Up into turn 2, so we will back out again. I believe that one's Griffith's Bend. I've got to try and remember the corner names around here as well. So you just see everybody. I mean, these corners, weirdly, are some of the hardest on the lap. You just got to be so careful on the throttle on the exit. But as obviously we did that race around VIR a couple of weeks ago, the key as well is smoothness. You've got to be really, really nice and easy with this thing. You can't try to overdrive it like perhaps you would a GT3 car or something like that in sim. You've just kind of got to let it work with you. As obviously we are racing Australians, so we're probably going to get quite a few moments like that where internet is kind of netcode disagrees between two people. I'm sure on his screen he didn't touch the wall there, but on mine he absolutely did. And that's obviously one of those things that can be even more tricky, you know, if you're right up behind someone in the proper race here, you know, and they do that and you try and brake to avoid it or something like that, or you don't try to brake to avoid it because you don't think they've actually done anything, and then you find yourself in a wall with damage that's going to set you back 20 laps. That's usually what happens. But yeah, I really do feel, obviously, I've done some practice with this car, and obviously did that VIR race as well. I feel like I am slowly learning it. Now I've kind of worked out the throttle timing and everything, obviously with the blips and stuff. It's not too difficult. Again, you just can sometimes find that you run it too deep on the brakes in towards some of the corners as well. So there we go. We're at under 2 minute 10, which is pretty much where I'd be happy. Got a little bit of a gap to the guys behind. I think everybody's trying to be fairly sensible in this one. Now, if I finish P14, I would gain 5 iRating. So I would take that rather happily. And like I said, you know, this isn't really about racing other people early on. This is about just racing the track. See, you just sending it a little bit too aggressively into there. Yeah, I think P12, though, definitely seems to be lacking a little bit of pace. That is Harley, or who maybe is just struggling a bit more than myself or Mal. I don't know whether Mal is a Australian supercar specialist or what, but slower iRating, I mean, I can barely keep up with him early on. Either that or he hasn't put full fuel in the car. But of course, yeah, I try not to base everything on people's iRating, because you never know, he might be very, very quick in a Formula car. Or he sucked in a Formula car, so now obviously the licenses have been split. He might be a lot better in GT, and maybe doesn't race the sim very often, as being up through... Oh, yellow. All that. Yeah, up through Skyline and down the other side is really, again, very, very tricky. And then right the way down as you sneak your way into Forest Elbow. I mean, you're just trying to scrub off speed gently, not lock the fronts, not obviously slap the wall or anything like that. And that can be quite tricky to do. It's no easy feat in these cars to be able to avoid that kind of thing. So I'm still just blending a little bit through the chase. Just obviously when you're in the slipstream of the car in front, you can pick up, you know, these have got the aerodynamic properties of a brick. If you're behind another car, you are going to gain quite a lot. And I mean, it's barely flat through, and then you're on the brakes anyway, so I'd rather not fly off the road down the end of the chase at 150 odd miles an hour. So we are still finding a little bit more pace. It's like everybody now, I mean, it's been surprisingly calm off the start. See there, yeah, we were a couple of tenths off the two in front of us, but we could be fighting just outside the top 10. I would take that. This is technically a top split race. I don't actually know whether there's 1 or 2 splits for this one. I think there might only be... I think there might be 2, but I could be wrong. Actually, yeah, I would guess there's only 1. But it is a very, very big split. We've got like 30 drivers signed up, which is good. Yeah, we're going to get fairly close fuel-wise as well. We're only going to need like a splash ready for the second half, but obviously we'll need tyres as well, because again, this car is way more limited by its tyres than its fuel in most places. Oh, we got a big moment up in front. Just see loads of cars all bunched up. Are we about to see some chaos? This is probably what you don't want to see early on in the race. Just a huge train of cars up in front. Already got someone gone. But this provides opportunities. I've noticed there's a lot of Fords as well in this race. Obviously, yeah, there's a few Holdens kicking about, but Ford, I'd be interested to know the numbers. How many people have got the Ford, how many people have got the Holden? But yeah, this train extends right up towards the top few runners there. So I reckon this is about P6, P5, P6. Big old gaggle of cars, you can see, as we try and carry the speed down through. I mean, yeah, you're on the brakes before you get in, aren't you? Maybe, you know, if I really wanted to, I could have tried to brake a little bit later, but I don't think it would have been worth it. You know, it's just not worth the risk early on in a race like this. And that curve as well, through that final corner, is horrible. It will tip you up on 2 wheels. I mean, I've seen people grip roll it off that. We've got a fair amount of breathing room behind me as well, so it kind of gives me a little bit of, if these guys all collect each other, then we've got a little bit of space to maneuver. As you can see, it extends all the way up to P5. This little trainer cars. So someone's definitely holding a lot of us up. Maybe a good qualifier struggles a bit more in the race. So look at that. I'm happy just to sit a second and a half back if needed. Just give myself a little bit more time to think if something is to happen. Oh, there you go. And that guy's just gone completely across the road. We've got a 4X for it, but the steering's still straight. I mean, why on earth that guy didn't hold his brakes, I will never know. Maybe, well, yeah, I think as well we kind of saw a gap and went for it, and unfortunately the guy alongside us had to as well. But I think we've somehow come off of that one, which is quite impressive. These cars are built pretty tough as well, but yeah, like I said, I think the guy on the outside there that had spun should have held his brakes, but instead kind of pinched both of us. And I didn't know whether Mal would back out of it or not, and I kind of had to just try and thread the needle there. Probably too aggressive on my side of things, but we've got away with it. And that's all that really matters. As I knew there would be chaos there. See how these two guys' pace is like. I mean, fine, P8, got a lot of iRacing, but yeah, I mean, the mountain can be a cruel place. It is much more about confidence than skill, it feels like. Well, I say they both kind of come hand in hand, but yeah, around here it is a lot more about survival. And yeah, if you say haven't done the practice or don't race this car very often or anything like that, then it can be quite tricky. Oh, come on, get that power down. Ooh, that was scary. That was a bit nervous, that last lap, but we made it through. So I'm gonna have to watch that back on the replay because that was a fairly big hit. It was kind of, obviously it was on both sides of the car, pretty square. So, I mean, obviously we're a bit lucky that we've got away with it, but on the other hand, it was probably the best case scenario there as well, which I guess is good news. I'll be intrigued to know as well how many people have just signed up to this because it's got decent attendance, because other... That's not what you want to watch him from. But yeah, like I was saying, I was intrigued to know how many people kind of signed up because they saw there were like 20 odd people interested. And kind of thought, oh, I'll give that a go. Because obviously there's quite a few people just signing up to loads of them so they can get practice in for the 1000. I am one of those people. Not really here for iRacing, but if we can gain some, that would be nice. Ooh. I don't want first there, thank you. I guess it'll get the nose in a bit more. But just can't quite get on that throttle as early as I'd like. I think we might be able to get a run fairly soon on Harley here. Look at the speed we've got down the straight. Try and show the nose. Yeah, I don't think I was ever going to get room there. So we might have outbroke himself slightly. No. Just, I mean, around here it's easier just try and force an error out of the car in front, rather than really try and force your way into a move. Oh, this guy, Mikel there, just a little bit of an error again. He's not looking that confident at the moment. I still weirdly like the setup we've got with the Formula rim and the proper shifter. For some reason, it just kind of works for me at the moment. I don't really know why. I seem to find myself one-hand driving it quite a lot, but I do that on the AWRC, so it's okay. It is, I mean, round here, it's more about the muscle memory. It's about making sure, obviously, you've got the car in the right gear, in the right places. I mean, there, you're kind of trapped somewhere between third and fourth sometimes. So I would always rather leave it in third, means you can get back down that one gear that you need to, and obviously get the car through. And then there again, you are right on the bump on the upshift, but it's not always worth upshifting early, because that way you can increase the wheel spin. Sometimes it's worth leaving it in the lower gear, keep the revs so you can't really light it up as easily. these two in front as well, both looking a little bit sketchy. And then there, I tried it to go up into 5th once, carried way too much speed over Skyline, and immediately knew I don't really want to try that again. So we're going to be trying to avoid 5th gear on the exit there, but... Ooh. Get the tyres back in. Just get a little momentary wobble and it can affect your momentum right the way through. And to be fair, Mal is not far behind. I don't know if he's picked up a little bit more damage. I mean, yeah, our car feels completely unscathed from that, which I think is probably a little bit of a miracle. I mean, look at the speed you've got. Again, though, don't really want to try and force anything. Ooh, if I not wall at that curb, then we could have potentially got the run off. Let's say, I reckon, yeah, we can get both of these two into a mistake at some point. Just see again, Harley a little bit deep into the corner. So we've got to be there to try and capitalise on the exit. We've got to try and then get the run. I mean, it is Australian Supercars. I could just punt him at some point. It would be allowed-ish. Logan up in front's running fast. I mean, the guy at the top, 2.5k iRacing, and he's running 206s. I think he might be a bit of a Supercar specialist. So Harley way too hot in. That might give us an opportunity. Yeah, thank you. There we go. Just sense when the guy in front's struggling a little bit. And yeah, you've just got to be there to capitalise on it. That's all you can really do throughout a lot of this race. And try not to then immediately bin it yourself. Just gather it up, gather it up. The other guy can wait. Fortunately, that has given Mikel a little bit of breathing room. Let's try and go in hot pursuit. Let's say we're up into 9th though, so we're doing alright. It's that corner as well I love, because you are throwing it at the wall. Of course, as the circuit falls away. There you go. That's our first 0x for wall contact of the race. Can't have too many of those. Oh, Harley's behind me. Is that an error? I think he slapped the outside wall. Don't want to do that. Say, it's whenever you have a little moment like that, you've just got to focus on not anyone around you, just gathering up your car. And not worrying about, well, obviously worrying about where everyone else is, but not about the time loss or anything. That was way too hot in. Just little mistakes starting to creep in. Tyres, I wouldn't say they're starting to fade yet, but... Oh, what are we doing? What on earth am I doing? Come on. And we're going to give him the opportunity again. Whoa, hello. I wasn't expecting him to go that side of me. That I was not expecting. He saw a gap and he went for it, I guess. Yeah, both of us with sloppy laps that time, and Harley just pulling away a little bit. Sorry, Mikel even just pulling away a little bit. Is he broke too late there again? No, that time he got it in. I'd say he was right on the limit. This thing sounds so good. It's such a fun car and track combo. I mean, this place in these cars is iconic. I would love to go watch this one day. I mean, I'm going to Australia at the end of the year. Sadly, I don't think I'm going to get a chance to go and admire the mountain, but boy, I would love to. It is definitely a bucket list item, this place. Ugh. Not to do that, though. Don't want to do that. I mean, look at that. Mikel now 6-second gap up in front. I think Harley and I actually work better together. I'm trying to work out whether we'll go a lap down or not. I'm hoping not. I don't think we should. We didn't go a lap down at VIR. So I'm hoping, I mean, we shouldn't here. There's less laps and it's a longer lap.
Paul behind is pitting.
Someone's in. Don't really know when it's worth pitting, to be honest. I think we'll just run until the tank's pretty much dry, and then hopefully have a bit of a quicker race car in the second half. I mean, again, you don't want to pit too early in case you stack it and then have to pit again anyway. So you're always better off just, whoa, not doing that first of all. But yeah, you're always better off just staying out there until the tank's dry every time. Oh, come on. Don't want to do that. It's so important as well that you don't light it up too much. We all know what iRacing's tyres are like. If you did that, they'd be warm for about the next 1,000 years. So good feel as well through the car. Big puff of smoke. Someone's hit the wall. Again, it's so much as well about not getting caught up and trying to keep up with that car in front. Just focusing on hitting your lap times. You can't worry too much about what that car around you is doing. You've just got to focus on making sure you're hitting your lap times, make sure you're hitting your apexes. Like I said, this isn't a race against other cars, it's a race against yourself and the circuit. This place is all about just trying to survive. I want to just make sure all my lap times are in the 9s, ideally. Although I say that. Harley in front, 2:08.8. And Kel in front of him, 2:10.1 that time. So the pace really does move around a lot. Sounds so good as well when you nail the downshift right onto the red line. As the fuel starts to come off though, you do get a little bit more out of it. Sometimes. Other times you just get wheel spin. Oh, that curve on the inside you cannot hit.
Track limits.
Oh, almost let go of his steering wheel. It's the one problem I've got with this wheel. It is a bit more, obviously, if your hand comes out, it's a bit more difficult to get back in. Ah, that's behind. I mean, Ryan at the front is just rapid. That was a decent lap time though, apart from the error.
That's halfway. Should be about 4 laps remaining on this tank.
That's the thing as well I love about the mountain, is I feel like races here go by fairly quickly as well. Where the lap time is quite long, but it doesn't feel it. It's a bit odd. It's just kind of the way my psychology works with these kind of things. I mean, yeah, 161 laps, though, is not going to be a cakewalk. See what I mean, though, right there? Getting caught between third and fourth, sorry. It's so difficult. It almost punishes you for getting a good run off of turn 2. Just start feeling the fronts going, though. Does he get the weight back over them on the downhill? You can get a little bit more bite. Oh, no. Oh, we got lucky there. Just back end completely locked the rears up. But luckily we were able to tip it back round enough. But again, we only got a 0x there, so that shouldn't be much damage at all. We are getting a little bit lucky in places here. This is not reassuring. Also got to be really careful with the pit lane here, because that will punish you. There we go, Mikel in. So maybe run a little less fuel. Maybe he's got to put a bit more in for the second half. I mean, it's not uncommon for a lot of people just to try and half and half these races. I'm never convinced the amount of time you lose putting the extra fuel in is worth it, because especially if you kind of just get trapped in a group. You know, a few kilos of fuel on paper will make a big difference, but ultimately you tend to find don't so much. But obviously you do get to be a little bit quicker early on, which could be useful. As well, we've now got a guy that's already pit behind me. He's going to have to wait. Oh, not if I do that, though. Yeah, I'll have to wait. So scary when you know you've got a guy who's 2-3 seconds a lap faster. Oh, and he's going to send it. Just go. Just go. If you're going to show the nose there, you're a braver man than I am.
Okay, stay with it.
That was scary. We had that last time as well, didn't I? VIR. I think it was the net leader came up right behind me and I made a little error there. It was like a half spin. Trying to get the car a little bit straighter that time round. Don't want to risk locking the rears again. Yeah, Ryan now has got half a minute lead, but we've got a few more fairly quick guys coming up behind me. Don't know how much time we'll lose though. Because I think it should, as long as I don't do anything stupid, should only be one more that catches me before I pit. So, I'm not going to worry about it too much, as there we go, Harley in. So he wants to try to avoid that as best as he can. Ooh, ah. Yeah, in those moments it's easier just to come out of the throttle.
This is brilliant. Keep it up. 2 laps of fuel remaining.
I seem to be one of the only ones that opted for a full tank of fuel. It doesn't seem like it's the popular strategy. That guy's called Sean Berger. That's incredible. I love some of the rogue names you find on iRacing. Just knew I was a bit too close to the grass there, so couldn't risk the downshift. Don't want to go for a high-speed spin. nothing scarier than trying to counter-steer this car and upshift all at the same time going through a corner. Yeah, definitely the fronts are going. We could box now, couldn't we? Maybe that's a wise strategy. 14 and then 8? That could work, I guess. Hopefully this guy will get the run on me now. Not sure he will, though. He's a bit too far back. Oh, no, he should. He should. That's fine. Just back out early so he knows that's what I'm doing. He's how much braver the top guys are. I mean, they're able to go sort of 20, 30 meters later into a corner. It's always really, really impressive. Yeah, let's dive into the pit lane then, the end of this one. Pit lane practice is really, really important here, because it is a tricky one. There we go. How much fuel we got going in? 8 gallons. Okay, so we had to pit the end of the next lap anyway. There's a couple of race cars in the pit lane then, I guess. I got tyres going on, haven't I? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, I didn't realise I've got 50 seconds of optional repairs. I did not know that. I'm not going to take them. They haven't really seemed to have affected our lap times. There we go. No wheel spin on the exit as well. That's good. So we're still going to be out behind one of the Harleys. I think we're in a Harley sandwich now. Ugh. Didn't want to do that. We've got away with it, though. That was not ideal. Get it up on 2 wheels, try to get out of the pit lane. Luckily, I didn't go over the white line still. Yes, we lost a bit of time on that lap, but we're going to have fresher tyres to the end. Got to remember, though, they are cold. Very cold. Oh. Just slide around so much underneath you. Let's say we should be a bit quicker now in this final part of the race then, hopefully. Just brush that wall again. Why not, eh? So I believe we're in 10th, aren't we? I don't believe there's anybody else that's got a pit. I think we were one of the ones that did extend it a little bit further than most. Ooh. I've also mapped it so my shifters on my wheel actually don't work at the moment, because I'm so worried about going into that corner and accidentally doing the money shift. So, if we want to try and catch Harley by the end, we need to go a second lap faster. I'm not expecting that to happen. You can definitely brake later, though. Now we've got fresh tyres and a bit less fuel. We're getting closer and closer to qualifying style laps. There you go, Tom down into the 5s now. I'm intrigued to know what really top runners are doing at the weekend. Right, let's try and go on a push. So yeah, we are in 10th. That would net us a little bit of iRacing, which would be nice. 32 I would take for my troubles, if we can survive. But yeah, still lacked a bit of consistency over the course of this race. Maybe didn't take the strategy the right way either, but... So we've got to just... I mean, every single stint at the weekend will be all about just trying to extend. Obviously, if you survive. If you can only do 16 laps, which you're going to be right on the cusp of, that might actually make the difference come the end of the race. If you can do one pit stop less than someone else, I mean, it's a good 30-odd seconds round here. That will be a difference maker. So you got food for thought as well. Although actually I don't know whether in this series fuel tanks are limited. They might be limited to way less. Ooh-ah. Want to try and hit tidy laps between now and the end. That's the goal. Maybe we go quicker than the guys in front. Maybe we don't. It doesn't really matter. We've got a 6-second buffer in my Harley sandwich. Sorry, I should say. I'll be honest. A Harley sandwich doesn't sound that appetizing to me, but there we are.
That's your fastest lap.
There you go, 2:08.1. That's a bit better. We were no quicker than Harley in front, but we were 6 tenths quicker than Mikkel, so definitely not enough. If we could get more lap times like that in before the end, I would be happy. And not hit the grass there, please. Gotta stop scaring myself with that one. So tricky as well if you run out towards that gutter on the outside, because it will just throw the car off. Short shifting into third seems to work, as long as you're still careful on that plow pedal. Has he made a little error? I think he might have. Either that or deltas are just getting a little bit skewed. You cannot full throttle over that curbing on the outside. If you hit it, you've got to be so careful.
5.64.
Nice and easy, come on. Definitely taking a bit of time out of him. Gap's down to 4.8, so maybe just a little error that time. If we can just lean on him towards the end, fill his mirrors perhaps, that would be good. We've got a lap car between us as well. Not between us, sorry, in front of him even. Don't lock up. Oh, I slapped that curve though. Ah, that cost me a potential sub 208. Gotta remember to take my hand off the shifter. Once I've gone down the gears, get your other hand back on the steering wheel, Matt. I'm always terrible for that on EAWRC as well. It really annoys me. I've just got to be so gentle with the pedals. And that does seem to work, which is nice. See if these two throw away some time for each other as well. Oh, that was close. Oh, they are slowing each other up a bit. This is good. Although we will now get the slipstream all the way down in towards the cutting. Wait, is that the cutting or is that the cutting? I can't remember. Someone's got to tell me. He's not moving out of his way, though. Oh, come on. You don't need to do that towards the end, please. Oh, someone's gone. No, that's Bo. Damn it. Well, there we go. There's my blue flag out of the way. It's impressive how he managed to hit the wall with a fair amount of pace there. Right, come on. We are 3 seconds back. Oh, that is some understeer. And because of the camber there as well, it costs you time all the way through. A little bit of a snap. Come on. Just overdriving it a little bit. Gotta hit my lines. Ow. That was not the plan. Oh, that was a 1x. Definitely too much curb there. Oh yeah, I just don't think we got the raw pace over him. At the moment, I think Harley is definitely still just that little bit quicker than me. Unless he makes some mistakes. So we have got another lapped car in the way. He's getting really, really unlucky with these right now. Ooh. Just trying to find the limits of what the car can do. That's all that was. Thank you. Oh, someone's not happy. Is that a car in front or a car behind? It's a car behind. That's a shame. So that lap, we took 2/10 out of him, but we did make some mistakes. He also had to avoid a spinning lap car, but... It does not get any less scary. At some point I'm going to slap that inside wall. Keep doing that one, but... Oh, easy. Don't look where he is. Keep it at the wall on the exit. Actually didn't get too bad a run off the corner either there. That was a little bit lucky. I mean, even now, we've only got a couple of laps to go and we're still seeing a few drivers making errors. Just have not quite got the pace to match him. Ooh, guy behind's running fast. Okay, oh no, that lap, sorry, we were less than a tenth faster because I was surprised we got back into the 8s. Oh, you just don't get that car dug in and it understeers out horribly. I mean, luckily it is one of the corners where you feel like you've actually got a little bit of room, but it's still awkward and horrible and slow. Ugh! No! Get out of the way. Damn it! Damn it! I can't believe that! Just less than 2 laps to go, and I've gone and bottled it. No! That is a shame. That is a real shame. Just got a little bit too leery on the loud pedal. That really did just snap out almost immediately under me. Well, at least we've learnt that one then. And I say, we're lucky we didn't really do much damage. Up to 9x though, that's not ideal. And my Harley sandwich has been ruined. Well, leaders though, on to the last lap of this one. I don't know how many cars we've still got running behind. Oh, there are still a few guys that are a lap down. Oh wait, so we were up to P9? No, we're down to P11. I don't know what's going on. I'm very confused what's going on at the moment. Oh no, we're definitely down to P11. I think. One more lap to go though, here from the mountain.
This is the last lap of fuel.
Oh, fuel we've nailed as well. I say we've nailed. iRacing's built-in calculators nailed it. Yeah, we're definitely in P11. I don't know why Race Labs has got confused. Race Labs thinks we're P10. That is not the case. There we go. Now it's worked out. Ooh, he's made a mistake in front. It's not over. It's never over until you cross the flag, especially on the mountain. Right, nice and easy through here this time. Don't light it up. You just see, yeah. Just got a little bit too heavy on the loud pedal. I'm worried that half the instant report's going to be me. Ow. No! Definitely is if I keep driving like that.
We've been warned about track limits.
Come on, Matt. You're really stupid towards the end of this one. Way too many unforced errors. That might cost us a chance of having a look back past Harley by the end. I think it will. We could have been about a second closer. Although I think he's also just on bring it home mode, to be fair. Looks like Ryan, though, is going to take the dub comfortably ahead of Tyson and Thomas there, rounding out the top 3. As we make our way down in towards those final couple of corners. I mean, we've survived the mountain. That's all we wanted to do. We've learnt a lot. We've hopefully built up some confidence as well, but definitely a few too many errors. And a couple of lucky moments as well. Oh, don't bin it right at the end. Come on, Matt. Get to the line. Where is it? Is it there or is it here? It's going to be close if it's here. Oh, there we go. Well, that was a pretty good one, though. Say, I'm a bit annoyed with all the mistakes I made right towards the end. But yeah, let's go take a look at our incident report. And then, of course, our final race results. Let's have a look then at our incident report. Of course, pretty much immediately it will kick on lap 1, the number 3 there. Very, very aggressive move down the inside. But I think, yeah, we'll just rub against the wall. There's going to be a lot of those or it's someone just rubbing up against a wall that iRacing assumes is something bigger. Here's the contact I think that was in front of us. No, again, just a tiny little scrape there as people try and work their way out early on in this race. Number 9 now, you can just see rubbing up against that wall. There's going to be a lot like this. That guy properly slapped that wall, though. Gets over the curbs. Will he hang on? Just about on the exit of the corner there. Again, these two very, very close, but... Oh, actually, yeah, nudged the wall there. That's what I'm so scared about doing on this game as well. And again, we've got the number 9 car. Just, yeah, uses that inside wall again. 29 this time around. This is where things are already starting to get a little bit more aggressive. Tries to avoid the guy in front of him and puts himself in the barrier. That was a little bit peculiar. How on earth has he managed that? I think he just kind of panicked, locked the rears. Yeah, just tried to turn out of it, and you cannot do that in this car. You've got to try and brake in a straight line, otherwise it will punish you. Again, just people getting a little bit leery. I mean, all of this number 9 car, his connection does not seem fantastic. I think we're going to see a lot of his car throughout this one. Number 4 up next then, just making his way through. Oh, that's a big hit, and I think he's damaged the steering there on that one. You can see immediately that is a wounded Ford Falcon as he tries to make his way back down the hill. 23, this was one of the guys we were battling with quite a lot. That was where, yeah, it looked like on my end that he went through the barrier. Are we going to get another one of those? Yes, we are. I mean, they're so far away from the wall. I wish iRacing would fix this. As again, yeah, just see cars running a little bit wide here and there. 24 all gets it all out of shape. And again, just it's one of those horrible ones when you go down that hill where you start getting it out of line and it will absolutely punish you. Holden up over the top again, carrying a lot of speed, but nothing to write home about. And another one, again, carrying a lot of speed. Oh, he's a bit further away from the apex. That one definitely did hit the wall on the exit there. This guy again, just making his way up through the top of the hill, and now we're back with the 23 car. I think I'm still following him at this point, because obviously we saw him a couple of times look like he was going through that wall. And more of them as well. I want to see the chaos that we had. Where on earth are we going to get to that in this race? Because at the moment it's just all apparently people hitting the wall. The 15 definitely did there. And we'll once again gather it up as he tries to get the power down. Oh, Holden that time round. Nope, just lock. I thought you might lock it up properly. Make a bit of an error. Here we go. This might be more what we were expecting. I mean, what is that? The number 3 there should be ashamed of himself. That one is terrible. The guy in front completely defended the inside there, and he just tried to force the air. I mean, he's on the inside, up the hill. He's got high I rate, and he thinks, oh, I'm just going to go for it. And puts him straight in the wall and over. I mean, that is a big, big incident there. And is he going to cause any more commotion as well? He's got another guy trying to look round his outside. Is this where things get a little bit more scrappy? No, it's not. They're going to hang on that time round there. That is shocking driving. And really, really disappointing to see. Holden again just hits the wall on the outside there. I think once more we'll get away with that. Oh, no, we haven't even got to the chaotic bit of this race. There was that much going on beforehand that we've barely now got to this train of cars. And there's going to be a lot of bumping and bashing now, isn't there? Just as you see everybody trying to make their way through. I mean, yeah, we're gonna try and get round, aren't we? Here we go. Number 5 versus the number 6. Up the hill they go, side by side. Just kind of meet in the middle a little bit. And this number 6 there, yeah, will just try and defend his position. And you're going to lose one from trying to get a little bit too aggressive up the hill as well. They're still going to be side by side, though. These two might have been the ones that actually did come to blows up the hill. There is this guy, I think, starting to get a bit desperate that he's already lost a couple of spots. And will just cover off the 4. He's kind of moved in front of him there. You'll see, I think we'll get a good look as to us getting involved in that one as well. As here we go. You can see this from my view, actually. Can we try and have a look from this guy's POV? So yeah, this guy just gets a little bit unlucky. Won't hold his brakes though, and yeah, we'll collect 2 of us in the process as well. So this is from, I think, my POV of the incident there. 2 of them have been a bit unlucky to tangle. That guy should have absolutely held his brakes. So we tried to back out, just spot a gap. And luckily, somehow, both myself and Mal will get away with that one. I mean, we'll try and have a look at it again a little bit further back from Mal. Is this Mal's POV? Yeah, must be. Just see, oh yeah, a little bit unlucky there with the contact. I mean, it's just all a bit chaotic as well. And then as we come through, you see we just get around one of them. We spot the car on the outside. We have to try and put our foot down a little bit. I don't actually go as aggressively through that as I thought I did. I thought I tried to be a bit more committed, but yeah, we weren't as bad as I thought in that moment there. And you can see again more guys trying to come through, and even more contact as well there. Have we got any more? Then yes, we do. Number 30 car again just gets on that curb on the outside, and it will really, really cost you here. I think we got even more of these. Oh, here we go. This one looks a bit more proper. The Holden, he's just going to get ran into the back of. Guy behind him there will take no prisoners, and he'll tip him round into a spin. Luckily, it doesn't look like there's any other cars too close by. As again, we've got more cars a bit more bunched up. But it looks like they're all going to get away with that one, as just, again, more people rubbing up against the walls. You say it seemed to quiet down quite... Oh, no, it didn't. I thought it quieted down a bit. This guy just nudges that curb, and a face full of wall on the exit as well. It's so easy to do. So easy just to make that mistake, and then he's going to try and make a hash of getting back around because, yeah, there is no room to maneuver around the mountain as well. Number 16 gets out of shape. And again, another one with some damage. If you came here looking for front bumpers, you're going to be able to walk away with some loot, it would appear. You definitely want a damage repair shop near this circuit there as well. Our guy in front, again, just into the pit lane there. It's so tricky to get that pit lane nailed as well, as no idea what this guy's doing. He's running slowly and has still hit the wall. That is quite impressive. This guy almost did what I did, but we'll just keep it pointing in the right direction as we've got more cars going side by side down the hill. I mean, it does take two to tango here. And I think, again, I mean, they both just crawl in along because you don't want to make contact with the guy in front. But they'll get away with it. Yeah, now we can see that guy, again, just getting a bit too close to those barriers here. We're just trying to filter through, kind of wait and see if we've got any bigger moments. I think this guy, yeah, this was the one I was following. Oh, he did hit the wall. Was not expecting that there, so picks up a bit of damage as well, but is able to keep it going, and that might explain, oh no, this wasn't the guy I thought it was. Yeah, just losing a bit of time there as well in the process. So we've got just, yeah, more and more cars kind of by themselves. No, we don't. This guy's made an error. Oh, the guy in front's made an error. This guy's going to get out of shape. Slap the wall as well. And then is this guy actually going to get collected? I can't actually see, annoyingly. Unless it's this guy that goes for the spin. No, it's not. So, yeah, we can't actually see what happens on that one. Which is a little bit odd, but I would assume there was some contact as well. But unfortunately, netcode giveth and netcode taketh away. That, I think, is all of them, though, here. So we've done all right in the end, as we're just watching the number 16 go around. But there we go. It doesn't even show off my other incident, so not too sure what to make of that one. But let's go take a look at our final race results after what might well be the biggest incident report I've ever done. We are at Mount Panorama, though, so what do you expect? Well, there we go then, taking a look at our final race results. It was only a one-split affair, an SOF of 1700. Isn't bad going. 25 iRating gain, though. Could have been a little bit more, but we're back over 1.9k. Minus 0.16 SR, sorry, 0.016 SR as well. Is a little bit of a shame at the end of that one there. But yeah, Ryan is absolutely rapid at the front of the order. 2:05.6 is some insane lap times. Beat Tank Tyson and Thomas there with Travis, Daniel, Stephen, Logan, Mikkel, Harley, and then obviously rounding out our top 10. I believe there was only 3 of us that weren't Australian. Yeah, 3 of us that were, sorry, non-Australian or New Zealand, I should say, in the end. So we were the second of those behind the Estonian Mikkel in the end. And yeah, I mean, we could have done a bit better. I reckon how we nailed it, we could have probably been up around... I reckon we could have been between Harley and Mikkel in the end. But based on our iRating and our SR and everything, I think we can't complain too much about that one. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like. Get yourselves subscribed. Be here Saturday morning for the proper 1000 race as well. And yeah, we'll be back very soon with more iRacing content.